Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are. So this video is one of the videos that has been requested for a lot, and I mean a lot. Yeah. So a couple of weeks back, in fact, maybe like 2 months back now, I posted a video on my social media platforms and especially on TikTok. The video took off. It was a shock to me. I posted it, and 2 days later, I started seeing a lot of people, watch, like, save, and also comment on the video. And one of the most common question that I got is people were asking me, to walk them through how I create what I was talking about in the video. Anyways, if you've not seen the video, you can check out the video on my social media pages. I'll scroll it on the screen. However, what I was talking about in the video was I call it the art of templating, but in the video I must have said it in a different way. So I learned how to use templates a while back, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, and if you are a graphic designer or a motion designer that uses software such as After Effects, you would understand what I'm saying. You can download a template and edit it and modify it to look like, what you need it to look like. Essentially, a third party individual would create this template from scratch, and then you take that template, modify it, replace the elements in the template, and then, export it as your final file. That's essentially what templating is. I spoke about you leveraging that same type of concept in your videos, right? For someone like me, I do a lot of talking head videos like this one, where I only sit in one position. My light has been in this position for a very long time, and I speak directly to the camera. This act of templating sort of like help you minimize or reduce the time between ideation and posting. Because my setup is unique and is regular and is sort of like constant, I don't have to do a lot of manipulation in terms of exposure, lights, composition, and all of those things on a regular basis. My camera is sort of like mounted right in front of me in my office space, and I don't need to do a lot, so to speak. So what I did was to create a template for myself such that anytime I'm done filming myself, I can take the footage from like the SD card and then take it to my PC, replace the previous footage, drop the new one, remove the silences, do the caption, and I export, and I'm ready to post, right? That alone has saved me a lot of hours. I kind of simplified my process because I wanted to be consistent. I wanted to ensure that I can post my content as, fast or as much as possible. I like my content to look a certain type of way. There's nothing anybody would tell me that would make me, pull out my phone, record with the front camera, and then post it directly to social media. I've tried it and I didn't like it. Like, it irks me out. Yes, people might not send, people might think it's authentic. People might, mess with it and love it. And it might even have the possibility of it going viral. But for the kind of products that I sell, which is videography, clean and sort of like cryptic content, I wouldn't want to do that, right? So I prefer to harness or hone my skill down. And even my mentor right now does the same thing. It doesn't compromise on quality. Even when you see a sort of like random b-rolls at events, at seminars, they are all, clean looking videos, right? I mean, for a lot of people cannot achieve that. Let me just put that out there. So, but for someone like me or an individuals like me that have the sort of like skill and capability to do this, I mean, I don't see a problem with me, making sure that all of my videos come out super clean. So without me rambling a lot, let me just show you what the template looks like. I think you can grab the template from the link I shared below. However, this template is only available in Premiere Pro. I'm very sorry. I tried creating the template in CapCut and then exporting it out, but there are limitations to that, so I don't even want to stress it. So if you are not using Premiere Pro, and if it's not the latest Premiere Pro, you might have an issue opening the file. However, what I'll do in this video is to walk you guys through my thought process and how I arrange my layers. In that video, I explained it, but I'll show you. And I would also try to show you in CapCut as well. CapCut is a little bit different and it's a little bit weird. I don't edit in CapCut all the time. My tool of edit is Premiere Pro, right? And for everyone that downloads my bundle, you will get free resource like sound effects. I think I added 3 sound effects, or sorry, 4 sound effects, and about 2 lens flare transition, just to show you guys what, using a template looks like and how I sort of like arrange my timeline. So once you extract the folder, essentially this autosave folder might not be there. It was just because I've been trying to do some tests prior to now, and I think this one might not be there. But what you would see there is this file, this file, this file. So this file, so these are all the elements inside of these 2 folders. So you have the film bone sound effect, the pop sound effect, the reverse bell, and the whoosh sound effect. So if you need it and know how to use it, it would be beneficial to you in your editing. This is for lens flare. It's good for transitions. And this another lens flare. You can choose whichever one you want. Anyway, so let's go ahead and open our project in Premiere Pro. Yeah, so this is my current template. Yeah, so this is my current template. I've done 2 things. I've created a timeline. I've imported my sound effects and my transition, right? And I think when you guys open the file as well in Premiere Pro, you would find all of this file, including the adjustment layer there. The adjustment layer is supposed to be for your color grade, right? And I'm going to color grade live in this recording. I'm going to color grade live in this recording. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, okay, so let's dive into it. So here is my timeline in this part, and I've broken down the timeline into essentially 4 layers, right? So I have my main footage, which is my main clip. My B-roll clips are clips that I put in between my videos just to show, B-rolls, like extra footage, footages that are not me looking into the camera and talking, footages that are like fillers, for where I make mistakes, or just to, further buttress or explain a point. And then the 3rd layer is like my color grade layer, and then the 4th layer is like my transition layer. So you can arrange this whichever way you want, but essentially this is my process. Also, for the audio layers, I have the main footage audio layer. If I have a soundtrack, I put it on this layer. I usually put a soundtrack in all of my videos, but I don't think I'll show you that here. And then if I have like sound effects, I put it on this layer. So this is my main footage, right? So it's pretty much zoomed out, as you can see. So what I'll do is I'll go to control and then scale it down to 50%. The reason why it's scaled up that way is because I recorded in 4K and my timeline or sequence is in 1080p, right? So that's why it's scaled out that way. So you have to bring it down. So even if you film with your phone, if you are filming in 4K, it will do the same thing. But if you are filming in HD or on 1080p, the timeline will be sufficient for you. I expect that everyone that knows how to use Premiere Pro knows how to create this. So if you can't, just Google search it and it will run you through the step-by-step process. Okay, so let's assume I want to start from here. I'm going to turn off the audio so it doesn't distract us. So I'm going to mute. So it's muted. So this is my main footage, right? My color grade is here. If you want to learn how to do the color grade, I think I'm going to leave the adjustment layer with the color grade in it. But again, what I usually do is go to new item, click on adjustment layer, click OK, drag the adjustment layer here, expand it out, for example, and then I can apply all of my color grade on the adjustment layer. Whatever I do on the adjustment layer will affect all of the videos underneath the adjustment layer. So yeah, so I'll first of all do the color grade so you guys can see it in action. So I'll select my adjustment layer, go through lumetri color and go to basic correction. I think my exposure is right. I do that in camera, so I don't even stress about whether I'm properly exposed or not in post. So what I do is I pull up the contrast a bit. The highlight I reduce a bit because of the highlight on my glasses, and then the shadow I bring up the shadow down a little bit, and then the white as well I pull it down because I don't like this effect of the white. Oh, again, my adjustment layer is weird. So I think it's not scaled out. So let me just scale it out. Yeah, that's fine. So my whites, I can drag it up. I don't like how it looks. I like it a little bit moody and dark, a little bit. And then my blacks, I bring my blacks down because I want my blacks to be super black. I don't want to see any form of gray where it's supposed to be black. Yeah. And then the last two things I do is I adjust my vibrance. So what vibrance does is it increases the color that are not sufficient in the footage. So for example, if green is not really popping, it will increase the green. If red is not really popping, it will increase the red, right? So that's what it does. So I'll just put it a tad bit, and then what saturation does is that it increases the overall color within the video. So everything it boost it up. I was just about to speak bad grammar. Anyways, so yeah. So I think I like what it is. If you think it's not changing, watch this. I'm going to turn the layer off. So this is after. Sorry, that was before, and now this is after. Before, after, before, after, before, after. Yeah, I think I like how it's looking. I really don't want to change anything. So the next thing is to add. So for example, if I want to add sound effects, for example, I really like to start with like a reverse bell, and I'll just put it here, and then I can zoom out, and then put it sort of. I think this is where the video started. So I'll unmute for like 2 seconds so you guys can hear. So if you, oh my god, this is too loud. Okay, let me play it again. So if you are serious about elevating the way your videos look, you need to switch. So something like that. So, sorry, I shouldn't put it here. I should put it on the sound effect layer. If I have like a soundtrack, I can put it on this layer. And then it's something I used to say in all of my videos. Welcome to day 9. So this is like welcome to day 9. What I typically do is I zoom in. Essentially, so I can click on this, go to effects control, click on scale, and take it a couple of frames forward, and then put it to like maybe 60, right? And doing that alone would make, create a lot of difference. Welcome to day 9 of me. Yeah, so I shouldn't be teaching you guys how to edit, but I'm just showing you how it works. So for this, I can put the pop sound here, just to add like a bit of, I like to call it flesh to it, like just to flesh out the effect. So for example, something like this. Mode. Welcome to day 9 of me. So, can you hear the difference? Again. Welcome to day 9. See? Again. Welcome to day 9. Right. So, and yeah, I believe that's it. So transition. So for example, if I have a B-roll, so let me look for a quick B-roll for you guys that I can add to this. I'm gonna have to delete all of this before sharing the file with you guys. So if this is my B-roll and this is my in and out point, I can drag that B-roll because they are shot within the same sort of like space. The color grading is going to be similar, and I'll prove it to you. Yeah. So I think I like this color grade. So if I disable it, it's flat. If I disable, enable, disable, enable, right? But if you feel like your footage has already been color graded already and you don't need to do this, you can create a new layer in between the color grade and the transition, right? And then you can bring it on top, or you bring it on top of the color grade if you are satisfied with the color of the particular B-roll that you're using. Essentially, there's a certain setting on my camera that would make my footage look somewhat flat. It's not This is not shot in log, but it's shot in a certain picture profile. If you use Sony camera, you would understand what I'm saying. So that's why I like that picture profile. That's been what is working for me, and I can push my color the way I like to push my color. I'm not a colorist, but there's a look I've created for myself, and I like to always go with that look, essentially. Yep. So I'll bring it back. The color is fine, and then I can add things like transition, like a lens flare transition above. Remember, this is my transition layer, as written here. So I need to look for where the transition really happened. Yeah, so this place. What I'll do is I'll bring the guy backward a little bit, such that the transition happens when the video is going on. Now you can see that there is a black box on the video right now. So if I disable this layer, my video is supposed to be showing, but it's not showing because of this black thing. So what I need to do is to change the blending mode of the transition, right, to screen, and then I'll be able to see the video. And then when I play it back,
welcome to day 9 of me sharing a few.
You see? Let me do it again.
To day 9 of me sharing a few.
Let me do it again one more time. So
welcome to day 9 of me sharing a few simple things.
See, so that's how it works, right? And every time I come back, all I need to do, once I'm done, I export everything I've done. So let's assume that I'm done with this timeline. I've dropped my footage, everything is there, I've exported, and then I've finished filming. Okay, so what I'll do is delete, right? It's a new day, delete, go back to my footage, look for a new one. Let's assume, yeah, let's use this clip. 1 second. So let's assume this is my new clip, right? So this is the video that spoke about this video that we're currently making. So I have to scale it down again, 50. Now my PC is on again. Anyways, so essentially I usually like to use the last take, and then so you see, oh good, my color is back. Let me zoom in. My color is back, everything is seamless, and okay, I wasn't talking this one, so let me just call it. I hope I didn't even make a mistake in this one. Let me see.
Have you ever wondered how some people can film, edit, and post their video all in one day?
So ideally, this riser, I usually put it here.
Have you ever wondered how some people can film, edit, and post their video all in one day? Welcome to.
Now, you see where it says welcome today. What I'll do is I'll move the sound back and create my zoom in. Now, if you see my own personal timeline, it's a little bit different from what I'm showing you. But the reason why I'm showing you this blank one is so that you can get creative with yours and do it in your own style. My own personal timeline, this zoom in and zoom out effect is on an adjustment layer. It's an effect on an adjustment layer. So I don't even, manually, what's the word? I don't manually have to keyframe it. Yes. So now if I want to do the scale in, scale out, I have to keyframe and then move a couple of frame forward. Maybe yeah, and then do 60. Right? And then it will do the effect. Meanwhile, I can achieve the same
Welcome
results.
To day 10 of me sharing a few simple things.
An adjustment layer. So that's just the basic idea of templating. You don't have to always repeat the whole process from scratch. You get me? For me, when I started my 20-day series, I created the template on day 1. It's different from the template I was using before. I created the template on day 1, and then I don't have to start typing day 1, day 2, day 3, and then forget the position of the text, or forget the position, or forget the font style that I used. I don't have to remember all the time. I have that single template, and I use that template whenever I have a new video, and then I can quickly jump from filming like this, pulling out the SD card, plugging it in, editing the footage in less than, sometimes I use 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, my final footage is ready. I export it, move it to my phone, and I'm ready to post. Okay, so that's that for Premiere Pro. Again, if you want this template with all of the sound effect and transition you just seen, you can download it from the link in the description below. If you have any question that is specific to what I've shown you guys, you can drop a comment on this post, and please like, share with your friends that might be interested in learning something like this, or with your friend that might be using Premiere Pro as their editing software. Please don't go in the comments and be telling me I'm mentioning the name of other software that's that can do this better or that can color better. I know, but it's Premiere Pro that I want to use, so leave me to my software. Anyways, so let's check out CapCut. CapCut, where are you? Okay, so this is CapCut. I'm assuming everyone is editing using CapCut for desktop. I'm using a Mac, so some of the things I might say might be a little bit different in your tool, but listen to the language I would use. Google it. There's someone out there that has made a video for what I'm saying, right? If you're using a phone, I honestly don't know how to do templating on the phone because I don't edit on the phone. Now, is it bad to edit on the phone? No. Can you be a pro editor on the phone? Maybe, but I disagree internally. I've seen people create like really nice videos from their phone using CapCut. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like you have a limited space to work with. There's limited screen. I mean, I don't get how people do it. I've edited videos on my phone before, but there are videos I post in stories and not on my main page. I don't think I've edited any video on my main page and posted it. Sorry, I've edited any video on my main page using CapCut. So that's why I'm showing everybody right now how to do this on CapCut. So stay with me. Anyways, so it's the same idea. But one funny thing about CapCut is that if you delete your video, everything on the timeline deletes, right? So what I did is to lock all of my elements layer, essentially. So my sound effects layer, this is my color grade layer, and this is my transition or effect layer, right? So we have similar footage here, right? And I can drop my main clip here, right? Everybody that uses CapCut knows how to do this. Please tell me you know how to drag and drop your footage into the timeline. Again, so let me reduce the timeline a bit and then drag it forward to the end, and then I can cut it. I can either cut forward or delete backward. Just cut forward or delete backward, or split, or delete to the left. And you see what I'm saying? Everything I've done has disappeared. So I'll do a Ctrl Z to bring everything back. I'll lock all of my layers back just to protect myself, because sometimes that's why I don't use CapCut, because I don't really like it. I think if you want to become a serious videographer, you have to switch to Premiere Pro. Using CapCut, not videographer essentially. If you want to become a serious video editor, you have to switch to Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. I don't have anything against DaVinci Resolve. I just don't know how to use it. It might be simple, but I feel it's complicated. I feel it's too complicated for me. Anyways, what I was saying is you can cut to the left, and then everything comes to the left, and then you can, but you have to be careful. You can unlock your timeline, and then I can zoom this guy in. You see me, I'm trying to use my shortcut to zoom in, but it's not working. This is the reason why I don't like CapCut. Anyway, so same thing I did in the last video. I've already color graded this adjustment layer, so I can turn it off, turn it on. This is before, and this is after. Before, after, before, after, and I can. So
Have you
again,
ever wondered how some people can film, edit, and post their video all in one day?
so
Welcome to
effects.
day 10.
So again, I think when I was doing the test, I was trying to do a little bit of keyframe on the main footage. So if I want to do keyframe or welcome to day 10, I can go to video and then on scale, add a keyframe and then move the video forward a little bit or the playhead a little bit. Or you can use the forward key on your keyboard. Nah, this one, see, shortcut cannot work. Move the playhead forward a little bit. Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. So you have to move this playhead, so maybe after the pop sound, and then increase it to maybe like 110. Yeah, so to give that zoom in effect. The scale. Okay, now.
Hey, welcome to day.
Yeah. I mean, the way I do it is much more smoother, and there is like a blur within it. The way I do it in Premiere Pro, but I can't show you guys that today. That's like an advanced editing style. But I expect that everyone that knows how to edit should know how to do that. Again,
One day. Welcome.
you see, you can even also add a lens flare effect here, which I've already dropped from my pack. This lens flare, so I'm using the first one here. So for example, let's start.
Hey,
So this one as well, I've changed the blending mode. So it's under blend. So I've changed the blending mode of the lens flare. You click on it, I've changed it to screen. If it's normal, it's going to be dark. But I change it to screen. Yeah. So
one
again,
day.
in fact, I can even start the whole clip with the lens flare in front. So
Have you ever wondered
do you
how some
understand?
people
So
can film?
some people that's their hook, using like lens flare to start their video. So it's pretty much the same thing. So once I'm done and I need to edit a new video, for example, and let's assume I've dropped this new video there, what I'll do before I leave CapCut is lock all of this my reusable layer, including my sound effect layer, delete my main footage, drag in my new clip, right? I'll rotate it to 90 degrees, so everything aligns, scale it in, and then yeah, and then I can release my guys. Yeah, so this is just a B-roll of a clip that I had before. Yeah, it's a little bit dark, I know, but that was what I was going for in that B-roll. I wanted a dark clip. So what am I doing? Okay, so we bring the playhead backward. Yeah, so yeah. It's just it. So, anyways, that's just the idea. I don't know how you guys want to do it. You can still download the template I sent to you, pick out the sound effect and the transition I'm giving to you guys, and then you can use that to create your own timeline. To create this timeline is pretty much easy. If I delete everything right now, all you have to do is, you have to start with your clip. Actually, that's why I don't like CapCut. So you have to start with your clip, like your main footage, and then you can go to adjust, add adjustment layer, and then this is the adjustment layer here. You have to expand it, drag it, and then you can start color grading the adjustment layer. So when you click on it, you can go to, this is auto adjust now, I think. Where is it? Yeah, so you can come down. Before I do the saturation, I like to do the brightness. The brightness is fine. Add a little bit of contrast. reduce the highlights, reduce the shadow, bring the blacks down, bring the white down a little bit, just a little bit. This is just my style, guys. You are free to do anything. And increase my saturation. Boom. And I'm done with color grading. So this is before, this is after. Before, after. Before, after. Yeah. So yeah, so that's it pretty much. And you can lock the layer. You can also go back and add your transitions. So for example, if you want to add a transition in the beginning of the clip, now it's black, it shouldn't be black. You change the blend, you select it and change the blending mode to screen, and then you'll be able to see it. You can do things like, yeah. So that's honestly everything about templating. So templating will just make sure that you reduce the time it takes you to add all of these elements and ensure that what you are doing is only adding your footage and making adjustments whenever you are editing. If you love this video and you want videos like this, please let me know in the comments. Also like this video, also share with your friends, anyone you know that would benefit from a tutorial like this. I hope this makes sense for everybody that is watching. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.